Happy Flosstube Friday, friends. My name is Kari. This is Tiger Lily Designs. Welcome to Flosstube episode number 63. Yay! Happy Friday, friends. I am here. The table is full. We are going to chat real quick about what I've been doing for the last week. So hunker down, get your stitching, get your knitting, get your drink, get your whatever you want to do, and come join me. Let's dig into what I've been doing. Now, let me just start off saying welcome to my channel. If you're finding me for the first time, welcome. My channel has lots of stitching, lots of quilting, lots of knitting, lots of just textile art making fun. So hopefully there's something for you. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know I love you. Thank you so much for coming back. So without further ado, let's just dig right in. So as you know, I come back every Flosstube Friday just to give you a little update about what I've been doing for the past week. Now, of course, you know, it's just a week, so it's just 7 days. So there's not it's not a movie marathon usually, and I don't think today is going to be. But today, what I've got for you is a finish. Get excited. I have a new start, and if I had chugged through it, well, I'll have a new start to show you. I have another whip that I just pulled out randomly because it was just one of those great fill-in days. I have some Stitchy Kindness to share. Oh my goodness, what a surprise the mailman brought me this week. So honored and blessed. This community in Flosstube. Bonkers sauce, awesome. That's all I got to say about that. And I'll get a little bit of Tiger Lily shop update at the end for those who want to know. So without further ado, let's dive into the finish, shall we? Because I'm super excited about it. I've showed you guys this. I started it. Oh, I should have pulled my project tracker card. I didn't. I don't know when I started this. Let's check. Well, pickles. I did not make a project tracker card because really it's not that complicated. It's one piece of fabric and one piece of floss. So I guess I thought I didn't need to track all the things, but I don't know when I started it. I know I started it this year in 2023 and I'm finishing it in 2023. So yay me. But without further ado, let me show it to you. This is a sweet chart by my friend. Hello from Liz Matthews. Loved by you. I've had this in my stash. I don't know when she came out with it. I think a couple of years ago. And I immediately knew I had to have it, added it to my collection. I am a James Taylor super fan. So I loved this saying. I knew it needed to go somewhere. I started this one twice, and I think I've told you that guys that before. At first I started it just like Liz, where it was a nice khaki background with the black words, and I did a smaller count. Now this one is stitched on the cover. She uses love this, off the store shelf 11 by 17 frame. So that's always exciting when you can just buy an off the shelf frame. But she stitched hers using 2 skeins of weeks on 272, 36 count. So 18 count if you're using Aida. Remember, Team Aida here, yay! Or 36 count. And so then the measurements is 5.5 by 12.5 gives you this nice left justification. Well, I stitched this. What I wanted to do, I started it, didn't love it. It was a little too neutral for me. In case you can't tell, I love some color. So I needed a little bit of color in my life. And so what I did is I went into my color box and I deep dove into some of the Patrick dyed fabric. So if you were new here, 2 years ago, my sweet Patrick hand dyed, got some Zweigart just plain fabric, and for like 2 months he hand dyed me all these different colors using like Kool-Aid and grape juice and wine and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I had quite a stash of, it was 14 count to start. Now when you dye it at home, or at least when he dyed it, it got a little shrinky, which is perfect because 16 count is kind of my let's just look. Oh, so this, we decided, we talked about it. He thinks this was wine. I think it might have been grape juice, but it was one of the others. I don't know which. So it's one of those ones where he dunked it. You wet it, he dunked it. There's something with salt and vinegar, and I don't really even know because it's not what I do, but he did it and it like soaked for a while, and then you rinse it, and then you got to set it so because it's food. And anyway, but look at the modeling. Love it. And this is where he clipped it. So to hang it to dry, so just ignore that. But to hang it to dry, he clipped it on his and the steel beams in the basement of the old house. And so that's what that is. But that's okay. It won't be in the frame. But this is my sweet, sweet finish. And I just love it. It is this beautiful kind of purpley, but it's like a heather purple, not like in your face purple, but I like in your face purple, but this is not. This is like a soft heathery purple. Right now my stitching measures, it's about 12-ish, 13-ish by this. So I'm going to definitely put it in an 11 by 7. I think it was 15 high. I did squish them a little bit tighter because this is 14 count. So I wanted just a little bit. So it will definitely fit in an 11 by 17 off the shelf frame. I went to my frames bucket to see if I could just quickly fully finish this last night. Sadly, I had some 11 by 14s, but no 11 by 17s in my stash. So I am going to have to just add that to my next big box shopping trip, but I think it's going to be perfect. And I'll just get this guy framed up, but I just love it. And so you can see, I just wanted to hold it back there because the modeling is on point. And then I just used 2 strands of thread over one because I'm an Aida stitcher. And this is a Mo's silk. Now I've talked in length about Mo's silk, but this is a Facebook group. Mo's silk, I get her silk. I love it. It's like but this is just her black color, which you can order in Hanks pretty regularly. She loads that up versus her one-of-a-kind colors where it's one and done type of situation. But I love this. I can't wait to get this fully finished and hanging. I haven't decided where it's gonna hang, but I'm gonna find an important wall to put that on. So like I said, that is this sweet chart. And so friends, giveaway time. Yay, I love to pass the stash, pass the stitch, pass the chart. Do you want to stitch it? Yay. If you do, use the word love, not with a D, just love. I know it's love to buy, but use the word love. So hopefully you can figure out something to use in your comment down below to use the word love and you'll be entered in the giveaway. And so next week I'll use the random comment YouTube picker thing to see and just pop this chart in the mail. I will fold it. So hopefully that you're okay with it because then I'll just send it to you in the mail and you can get a stitch up. Lickety spit. This one is super fast, super fun. And like I said, if you are a JT fan like me, not Justin Timberlake, JT, the OG JT, James Taylor, and I love it. So use the word love, make sure you're a subscriber and you like the video and you'll be entered to win and I will announce the winner next week. Okay, so let's pull out what's next. So this one is just one of my project bags using vintage stitching. I've shown you guys this one's before, but I pulled this out for some love this week because we were going somewhere. We were going to go watch some sit and watch some outdoors high school sports. And so I wanted to have some fill-in. I always bring something, whether it's knitting or stitching or something to do during those long, lengthy high school sportsy games. But I decided this was a perfect one to grab because it was ready to go for fill-in. So this is my Prarie Schooler 12 Days of Christmas. Love a 12 Days of Christmas. So this one, I'm working on days 5 through 8. They're in different phases of finish. So let's just review, shall we? So day 5, that one's done. I keep it in here just so I can remind myself I've already done it. Day 6 is ready for some fill-in. So you can see I could fill in his boots, I could fill in his pants, I could fill in the geese. Lots of options for fill-in. But what I did pick up is, and I started filling in, you can see where I filled in. I filled in day 7, the pants, the grass. So I just worked on some of that. And then later on, since I had it going, I went ahead and I started creating day 8. So that's that one. I started to do a little day 8 creation. So he was also set up, look with the cow. He was also ready to go for some fill-in work. And so I've talked about this one before. This one is not only perfect because it's a great setup for fill-in, because like, look at those pants. Like that will take a hot minute and I don't have to pay attention. But the other great reason why I love this one, and it's kind of like a double whammy bonus, if I do say so, is this one. I did a tiger lily conversion. I have it linked down below. I will link a blog post if you're interested in. So I did not use, this is called for DMC, Prarie Schooler DMC. Yes, I broke the rules. If you are a Prarie Schooler diehard, don't put a hex on me, but I did break the rules. I tried to not break the rules. So like I said, if you're new here, you're like, why did you break the rules? Well, let me tell you why. I started not breaking the rules, right? So this is day one. This is day one that I did long time ago on using the called for DMC on a 20 count. First of all, 20 count's not my favorite. And second of all, these colors, beautiful. Just, I didn't like, they don't look like the cover to me. The cover to me is bright and fun and bright and fun. And so I did a color conversion. So let's just look. So this is day 5. Remember, he's finished. Day 1, obviously he's not finished because at some point I decided to let him go and do what I want to do. So this is day 5. So I did a full Tiger Lily conversion from DMC, right? So this is not DMC to Aurifil, 12 weights. Now, if you're new, 12 weights are like, Sulky has 12 weights. But what it is it comes on a spool. And so this is why it's also perfect to take to like those game time things. So I keep it in this cute little zipper pouch. Those are all my colors. That my color conversion is for all 12 colors, for all 12 charts. It's all, there's like, I don't know, 15 colors. But the great thing is I'm stitching. So I told you this was 20 count. This is 16 count white chocolate from Fat Quarter Shop. I got like a whole yard of it. 20 count white chocolate. So it's obviously bigger. This is 20. This is 16 count. But with the 16 count, I pull a 12 weight thread right off the spool, put it on the needle, and stitch it up. So like right here, that's just, there's my needle. I know, shame on me. But there's my needle, there's my 12 weight. And of course I just stopped. I was like, okay, I'll save that fill in for later. So let's move on to outlining the green is what I did. And so that's the great thing also. So this not only is a fill-in project, I don't have to manage my different strands of 6-stranded floss, which is bonkers awesome. So because when you're out and you're just doing the fill-in and one color stitching, awesome. And I have a system for one color stitching. Like if I'm doing a one color monochromatic huge piece, I use 6 needles and I have a little tin can box, and I've talked about it before, but I separate all 6 strands, I load 6 needles, and they're all ready to go. So that's one way to do it. But this one is also kind of fantastic in that I just pull it off and I use it, and I don't have to separate the strands when I'm sitting there at a ball field or on an airplane or wherever, in the airport, in the car, wherever. I just pull it off and I use it. So that is why I kind of love some 12 weight, but finding the right fabric for it to go on is a little bit of a challenge. I've talked about this last time I talked about this pattern. I did have to audition a couple pieces of fabric to find, because some of the 16 count hand dyed, it was too tight. With the Sulky, because the Sulky 12 weight is almost, it's equivalent to 2 DMCs, like 95%, in my opinion. So that's fine. Perfect. Love it. The coverage is exactly what I want on this 12 count white chocolate off the bolt type of situation. So it's not a hand-dyed fabric. We've talked about this before. I feel a lot of hand-dyed fabrics, love them, but I feel a lot of them kind of shrink up and their counts get a little tighter. And so then it becomes harder to kind of figure out, to just manage. But it's fun. That's part of the fun, right? So that one got pulled out this week. I got a little bit of stitching because it's a perfect grab and go outside Sports Watson situation. So I love that one. And then last but not least, in my pretty Sue bonnet, Project Keeper, I have a new start. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw what I started. You have not seen any stitching, but you saw what I started. So, and you saw my typo. So here's my project tracker card. This is Sweet Land of Liberty, not by Blackbird. No, Pirates of the Caribbean on the mind? I don't know. Not Blackbird. Blackbird Designs, 16 count, Boston Tea Party, 78 by 71. So it is a small. So my sweet friend Sarah and I she gets to keep her club. And she's like, okay, so her birthday start is going to be in July. We're still negotiating. She's still picking what is going to be her birthday start. So we got a little bit of time, and the April keeper club, well, we're going to put our thing in that because we put my birthday start in January and we're going to put hers in the April, even though it's July 1st. So, but we have some time like May and June to hang out with this keeper before we put the big girl that is going to be Sarah's birthday start into that keeper. So what we decided is we wanted some more patriotic smalls. And so picking small was key because we wanted it to, get finished, get stitched, get finished, maybe even fully finished into the dough bowl before the season has come and gone. And but also free up the keeper for July when we need to put her birthday big girl in there. So we went to the sweet land of Liberty, Blackbird, not Blackbeard. Blackbird Designs, beautiful book. Like everybody knows this one. Everybody's stitching this Abigail one. Love that one. It's a little too big for what we were looking for. So of course we love them all, but I went ahead and I kitted up this one first. Now, if you're new here, it is almost 99% guaranteed that I will change the colors on almost everything. Call for colors are a great inspiration, or a great start. Great inspiration. But I like to change my colors. So that is why I've got these project information cards. So that way I can keep track of. So when I'm referencing the charts, I know exactly what I did, and be able to tell you. So I've got the called for flosses. You can see there's 13 called floors. I did use 2 of them, so they've got little dashes. That means I am using the called for. Yay me. And then I changed some of the other colors. Now, let's talk about some of the changes I made just for fun. So I've got my cute little floss drop, or my floss ring bling. It has this sweet little drop that Miss Sarah made me using my mama's artwork. So sweet. But this is my colors, right? And so like I stay crazy. I mean, like it's a blue-gray house. I didn't make it purple. I stay in or orange or something crazy. I stayed in the genre, but I just brightened it up a little bit. I zhuzhed it up. Love some Prim, love some Blackbird. I am doing anniversaries of the heart with all the called for. So I do stay in my lanes sometimes, but sometimes I don't. And I'm okay with it. So I did pull what I did is I pulled all the flosses, but I did want to tell you a couple of the changes that I like to make. And we've talked about it before, but just because I think, you don't always, and we've talked about this, is that you don't always just add to cart. I love a good 1, 2, 3 stitch by the chart, add all the flosses to the cart and you're good to go. Okay. But for example, this is the one we're doing, right? Okay. So see this little yellow white flower? And see there's white, of course, in the flag. Those are charted for 2 different colors. I didn't see a need for that. I mean, this is whitish. And of course the stripes and in the bunting is whitish. It's an American flag. So those I made the same color. I don't think they need to be 2 different colors. I kind of conserve some, and then the same thing. Okay, so see this roof? To me, the roof and this line look like they're the same color. But in the chart, they're 2 different flosses. So that's where you will see, or you can't see, but there are 2 areas. So there's 13 called for flosses. I brought it down to 11 because I doubled up. I was able to find 2 areas where I just didn't see the need to change it. I mean, so those are some of the things. You don't have to do what they say. You can. If that's your jam, awesome sauce. Like you perfect. I support you. I love you. You do it. Yay. But you can also, it's okay. Color outside the lines. Get creative. Look at this and be like, that's not the same white as what's over here. Why not? Like, that's what I did. I was floored. I was like, do I need to put my glasses on? Are the symbols really the same? They weren't. They were 2 different symbols. But I mean, listen, buy all the Blackbirds, love them all. I'm just saying it's a place where you could save a little for other things in the world of floss. Like you don't have, anyway, without further ado. So I did do a full color conversion. If you want to see, I think on my Instagram, you can see a nice pretty shot of this colored. It tells you all the colors I changed them to. So without further ado, I loved working on, pulled this out 2 nights. I got 2 nights worth of stitching on this. So great. Love it. Like I said, I brightened it up. So let's, same, you know, same like, but different. A little brighter, a little more bright, vibrant, all the things. What did I just lose my needle? Maybe. I thought I heard it. We'll see. So that is it. So like I said, I am stitching mine on 16 count LFA linens. You know, it's my favorite. Boston Tea Party. I auditioned, the little clip in here is because I auditioned which way I wanted it to go. I took my scrap and kind of like, do I want it on this way? Do I want this to be the top? Do I want this to be the top? Do I want that to be the top? So that's the cool thing about hand-dyed modeling. You kind of just swirl it around. So I figured I wanted this, the front and the top, and that's why I did it. And then I just started. So I'm getting this guy ready. He's going to be ready for some fill-in, house fill-in, but it's going to be like, I could get to the fill-in part with 1 more night. So great. Now what's interesting is this is finished in a round, right? I can't show you the chart. It's obviously charted where you're stitching the whole side of the house. I love the round finish, but like, see, there's flower, flower, flower. It's charted flower. It's charted more like this with 5 flowers. Well, when you put it in the round, you lose 2 of your flowers. Like they're underneath that ribbon. I don't know about that. So either I make the round bigger and I use my fantastic 141 Chantel's round maker things, or I finish it as a square rectangle-ish type of pillow for my dough bowl. I don't know yet. I won't make a round pillow, that's for sure. So we'll just have to see. Stick around. You'll find out eventually. Hopefully, I think I'm at least going to get that one to the fill-in stitching. Now I have to find my needle. Okay, I'm popping in here in the middle. I don't know where I'm going to put this, but I could not let another week go without just giving you guys the update because I think there's still more spots and I would love for you to come join me. I have signed up and I'm so excited to attend Chantel's retreat in September. She is having a 141 design company September 8, 9, and 10, 9, 10, 11, something like that. That weekend-ish in her hometown of Lansing, Michigan, Williamstown, near there in Michigan. She's got hands-on design coming and doing the retreat, but there were still spots. I was able to work with her, snag a spot for me, but I think there's still more spots. So I would love for you to let's just fill that up and make it super fun. So information down below. I don't know if her website is working. If you go to the site and it says it's not working, don't think it's sold out yet. Don't worry. I will put her email down below too. You just send her an email and say, I want to come to the retreat, and she'll send you an invoice and get you logged in or get you signed up. Lickety split. Come join me at the 141 retreat in September. Now let's move on to some Stitchy Kindness and then we'll do the shop update. But before that, I do want to shout out 2 of my super friends. Thank you so much. So I have a buy me a coffee link down below in the description if you want to support the channel, whether it's for postage or just general support. But so my sweet friends, Catherine and Georgette, thank you so much for your channel donation. Lots of prize stitches, lots of prize shipping coming soon. So that's going to come in handy. Thank you, friends. So, but I also wanted to shout out to my friends, Shelly, Antique Needleworkers. Now, if you don't know, I mean, like really, you have to. And Shellie and Liz started a Flosstube channel just this year, like in January or so. I think they're at like 10, 11 episodes. They're crushing it. I'm a super fan and I've been watching them from the beginning, and you watch her gristmill tour, you watch some of the other ones. And so anyway, we became Flosstube. We've been friends. She's been a super supporter of Tiger Lily like since the beginning regarding the keepers. She calls them Kari keepers instead of her project keeper, which I think is adorable. But so love Shelly and I love all the things and I love walking around her gristmill till I told her, I think I've watched that video like 3 times because I just oogle and awe on all the things. I want to be her when I grow up. And so I loved everything about it. And so we talk a lot on DM and Instagram and all the things. Come join me on Instagram, follow along. Lots of fun is happening there in the stitching community. But in the meantime, so we were talking, and so StitchCon A, yay! I'm going to StitchCon A. A lot of you guys have told me, have asked, I've been talking about StitchCon. I'm going to weekend A. So if you're going to weekend A, let me know. I'm making a list of all my friends that are coming. And so Shelly lives in Cincinnati-ish area. And so we're going to meet up for sure. So I was telling her, I was like, okay, well, we need to go to some of those antique stores near you because I need to get me one of those antique wicker sewing baskets that you have shown that you have quite a collection of, and Liz just got one recently, and I was just drooling over. I mean, I'm a sewer. How can and I have this beautiful, I have lots of antique spools and things. I've never had one of these wicker baskets. And I was like, we have to find out, like, show me some of your antique shops when I'm there for StitchCon A. She's like, okay, yeah, we're going to go shopping. It's going to be great. She couldn't let me wait. So she was out shopping, and she's like, I need you to send me your address. Oh, okay. And then I go to my porch and I open it up and I was like, this is Shelly from, what did she send me? Okay. She found me one of these wicker antique stitching baskets, sewing baskets, not stitching baskets. Can you believe it? And it has the handle attached, which I don't know much, but they say that getting the handle is like what you have to have. And of course, if they say it, then I'll do it. So of course, there was this beautiful, sweet card. Thank you so much, sweet friend. And so look, it has the handle, which is glass, and you open it up. Okay. So the basket, dying over the basket. I just can't wait to find a place of honor to display it here in my studio. Or I'm going to use it all the time. I haven't decided because these things are meant to be used, right? Beautiful condition. I mean, look at it. I don't know how I wanted to find the history. Like you Google it and I was like, is it bamboo? Which is my nemesis. We all know me and tractors and bamboo. But if that made this box, then maybe I'll like it just a little bit. I can't tell. Wicker, bamboo. I don't know, but it's beautiful. It is this beautiful piece of art. But it's also super functional. So you use the little glass handle, which is adorable. Do you hear Dabo? He must be chasing rabbits in his dream. He's over there. Maybe you didn't hear him. And then I open it up and I fell out of my chair. Sweet Miss Shelly loaded this up with beautiful sock weight yarn because I'm gonna cast on a third pair of socks. I haven't finished one sock yet. I have 2 different socks casted on in different stages. Maybe I'll show you next week. The socks just aren't speaking to me. But I'm going to cast on a third pair because Miss Shelly got me this copper corgi. So beautiful. It's called Springtime. It's like based on the seasons. She got herself a pair. We're going to make matching socks. She knows this shop. It's adorable. And then, if that wasn't enough, which it totally, with the basket, too much, it's all too much. But then you dig in and she found vintage stitching when she's antiquing. She is an antiquer. She's my dream, antique needleworkers, hence her name, yes. Look at that vintage stitching. Oh my goodness. And then, I mean, is that just not the sweetest? So there's 2 of those. And then there's this. It's just so many sweet little vintage stitches. Okay, but this one, I think this one's my favorite. I have to find beautiful. There's just one of a kind, truly one of a kind. Look at that. I don't think it can be a keeper because it's too wide. Yeah, so this will have to be a project bag because I don't want to cut this. I just want to do it as is. Beautiful stitching, but look, isn't it beautiful? And then, oh, this is such a sweet one. Look at this sweet little basket. And then there's this huge, I haven't even taken the rubber band off to figure out what it is. But this is how it used to come in the olden days. it was kind of like got the marks and you just kind of like color by number, but it's with thread. And so you're just making your X's. And so I think this was a tablecloth. It's probably a huge tablecloth where the person only did step 1, but there's a lot of stitches left. So I have to decide how I want to work with this. What/how do I want to work with this beautiful piece? But I love it. Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh my goodness. So that was my Stitchy Kindness beautiful package from my sweet friend, Shelly. I can't wait to meet you in person and do all the in real life fun at StitchCon. It's like 7 weeks away, 6 weeks away. I don't know. Super excited. Countdown is on. Yay. Thank you. And then last but not least, friends, I want to give you a little bit of Tiger Lily shop update. As you know, the April 15th is now the 21st. So that one's come and gone, you guys. Thank you so much. There were only a dozen. They sold out super quick. I know. I'm trying. I've got a different plan for May. I'm super excited for it. I'm not going to spoil it for you yet, but there will be more in May. And or the Keeper Club. Now, if you're on Instagram, you saw my sweet little message where we're just working busy. Keeper Club, today's 21st. Keeper Club ships by the 25th. Spoiler alert. The Keeper Club is going to ship maybe a day early because all the boxes, I'm not going to show you. No, you're not getting spoiled. Don't think I'm silly, but the boxes are ready. They're all labeled up and boxed in my hot pink tape. So the Keeper Club boxes have taken over in the dining room. That's okay. Everybody loves takeout pizza anyway. We're doing, so over the next couple of days, I'm gonna be working on the shipping ladles. So Susie Smith, your name's going on here, and then they're gonna go off to their journey to you. I'm so excited. I can't wait for this April box to be out and for you guys to see. You guys gave me such love for January. I hope you love April as much. I kind of love it, maybe a little more, or at least just as much, for sure. But it's coming. You will be getting an email with your tracking information as I'm preparing the labels. Don't think it's going to the post office or the UPS store that day. It's going to take me a couple days to go from label making to actually package dropping off, but it will be before the 25th on Tuesday. No doubt. So get excited. They're coming if you ordered a box. If you haven't ordered a box, make sure you get on the wait list down below. You can get yourself on the wait list. I am opening up spots for July. Sometime soon, I will be opening up a couple spots. I'll give you more information about the timing and all of that before it comes out. So just make sure you stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notified so you don't miss any of that information if you want to know. And that's all I've got for you today, friends. So until next time, which is next Flosstube Friday, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your spring. Get out, plant some flowers. I planted some flowers this week, along with 72 bags of grass seed and 132 bags of dirt on top of the grass seed. Because when you clear 4,000 stalks of bamboo, now you have, anyway, busy. Hands have been dirty. Lots this week, thank goodness. Do a little rain dance for me because I sure would love for the rain to water this stuff rather than my water bill. But it is what it is. And so until next time, friends, I hope you enjoy your weekend, your spring, your quilting, your knitting, your stitching. And I will see you next time. Happy stitching.